Have you ever wondered what goes through the mind of a flat earther?
Useless, empty brain.
Well, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at just that. The world of flat earth believers. But be warned, it's a world where scientific evidence is ignored and misinformation is king. We'll be examining the claims of a woman who believes that she has proof that the earth is flat, and trust me when I say, the evidence is not only lacking, but it's laughable. So let's rock and roll. Please subscribe.
So, I found some very interesting proof for the level and flat Earth.
Interesting.
On NASA's website, I seriously doubt that, but go on, we can't wait to laugh at you. Sorry, what I meant to say was we can't wait to hear your proof that the Earth is flat. And I know this is like pissing into the wind, but you do realize that level and flat are not the same thing? If you're going to make ridiculous claims, can you at least decide which one you're claiming? Is it that the Earth is flat? Or that it's level?
And also proof of NASA's lies.
Yeah, but that's a given when it comes to flat earthers, isn't it? I mean, you have to claim that NASA lies because they are the ones showing us photos of the globe from space.
I wanted to show you what NASA tells us are how they calculate sea level.
So not sea flat then? You do understand that NASA's just a space agency, don't you? They aren't actually in control of the shape of the Earth. And I know that the reason flat earthers hate them is because they are the only ones showing us pictures of Earth from space. Oh wait, that's not right. They aren't, because they aren't the only space agency. In fact, there are now even private companies like Virgin and SpaceX going into space. And if you can afford it, you can go yourself. And guess what? Flat earthers hate them as well. There's a bit of a pattern forming here, isn't there?
Sea level 101. What determines level of the sea? Sea level 101. The most basic information that they're going to be telling you is right here. And they pretty much mock you from the beginning. Right here, lots of forces at work to see the world's oceans. NASA studies them all. When it comes to sea level, NASA does much more than measure it. They also seek to understand it. But for non-scientists, like us stupid people out here, right?
You said it, not me. NASA did not mention stupid people. That was all you. But in fairness, you're right. Because everyone who believes that the Earth is flat is incredibly stupid. But I doubt that anyone working at NASA even gives a second thought to flat earthers. They leave that to the specialist department of YouTube flat Earth debunkers from all over the world. Crap. Uh-oh. Hello? I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I know. Can I? Okay, I won't let it happen again. Sorry. Love you, bye. He didn't say I love you too.
Fathoming the forces that determine sea levels around the world can sometimes be a bit daunting. So here's a little guide to some of the basics. So basically, you're not smart enough to understand science.
But you're not, clearly, or else you wouldn't be uploading misinformation to YouTube in the form of flat earth videos. And is it just me, or does she really sound like a female American version of Level Earth Observer?
You're going to have a hard time fathoming the forces, and I'll tell you why, because they lie and don't tell us the truth. So that's why we're going to have a hard time fathoming.
Is it though? Or is it that what they are saying is true and the physics around Earth's shape is kind of hard to understand? I struggle with it myself sometimes. Not to the point where I throw my hands up and say, oh well, I can't understand physics, therefore Earth flat. And I will ask this question for the squiddillionth time. Why did NASA lie? What is it about flat earthers that make them think they are so special and important that NASA and every other space agency from around the globe, even I did that. So why do they have to make things up just to hide the real shape of the Earth?
And then they do give us a little bit of truth here. Waves in the bathtub. Earth's oceans look pretty darn flat to those of us here on the ground. Like water in a bathtub. Oh, really, NASA? Oh, wow.
Oh my, I hate it already. I cannot stand that sarcastic tone. It's unbecoming of a lady, and in this instance, completely uncalled for. She does sound like a female Leo though, doesn't she? It's not just me.
Thank you for giving us the picture of what the Earth's shape really is, which is in a bathtub and flat.
But that isn't a picture of the Earth in its entirety. It's a picture of an ocean, which is on Earth. Why am I trying to explain something to this woman who is teaching her kids that the Earth is flat and putting them on YouTube? Now, I've blurred out their little faces because they're kids, but it gives you some sort of idea what we're dealing with. This woman is clearly completely insane, which is fine. I mean, I encourage that sort of behavior because if there were no crazies on YouTube, I'd run out of video ideas pretty quickly.
I was just looking at this, and we actually want to do on our Gleason map.
Alexander Gleason, whose map is a projection of the globe, which isn't widely used in academic or scientific circles due to its distortion of size and shape towards the poles? Or do you mean the Gleason map that was created in 1970 by Francis Gleason that shows the distribution of the world's mineral deposits? Again, which is a projection of a globe.
They say that there's all of these bulbous parts, that this is basically the blobby ocean surface, and they say that Earth's gravity field anomalies. So they're saying that there's these gravity field anomalies, see, that basically pool up water over certain places.
Why is it that every time you say something, I can feel secondhand embarrassment?
I'm so embarrassed.
Gravity field anomalies are variations in the Earth's gravitational field that deviate from the expected or normal gravitational field, and these anomalies are caused by the differences in distribution of mass within the Earth's crust and mantle, and can provide important information about the geology and structure of the Earth's interior. And I, for one, can't wait to hear why you think these anomalies prove the Earth is flat.
So what I would like to do, because I believe that probably there's a very logical explanation as to why it's bulging in some areas, and my guess is that it has something to do with the electromagnetic field of the moon, because the moon also...
Yeah, right. We'll get to the moon in just a second. I'm a little bit thrown off by that. So is she not a flat earther now? I just explained why we see these anomalies, and I was expecting you to say that it's just another NASA lie, and you didn't.
Has an effect on it. So, I mean, if the moon was like an electromagnetic force, it would bulge the water in certain places.
It does though, and so does the sun. We call them tides. Now, I'm not sure if that was a little slip of the tongue or if she really is that stupid. For once, I actually have no idea where she's going with this.
So anyways, we are going to do that. We're going to overlay on my Gleason's map and try to map out like the areas that are red and kind of see if it is in, because they even flatten it out here. A flattening map.
Why is that funny? If you want to be able to see the entire planet in map form, it has to be flattened out for us to be able to see it. But flat maps do not equal a flat Earth.
But I want to actually put this on the Gleason map and see, you know, kind of dot where the red areas are and just see if there's any kind of pattern.
There'll be a pattern. It won't make much sense, much like yourself, but overlaying this map onto the Gleason map isn't going to work because of the distortions in the Gleason's map.
So, this is what they tell us. This is how they tell us that they are gauging the level of the ocean. They tell us that this satellite right here, this flying barn in the air, is telling us how deep the ocean is.
You said it yourself. They tell us. And FYI, the satellite you're talking about is funded by the European Space Agency. So are they in on the whole deception as well? I thought the whole point of your video was to demonstrate that NASA is lying. How is looking at a satellite from the European Space Agency going to help you do that? And I know NASA's involved as well, whatever.
So this flying barn here, I want you just to see, this is called the Centennial 6, which By the way, they went from Centennial 3 to Centennial 6. Oh, and another gematria thing for those of you into gematria.
No. We all know what gematria is, right? It's assigning numerical values to letters. Let me guess, this is gonna come out at either 666 or 33.
There was another number here. Varies by, look at this. Oh, and the Poseidon satellite mission. Yeah, that's not like the name of one of the Greek gods or anything. No, not at all. But anyway, so they're telling us that the ocean varies by 2 meters or 6.6 feet. Oh, how cute.
What's cute about it? Or was that just more sarcasm?
How cute. Of course you would have that number in here somewhere. Okay, anyways, back to the Centennial 6, which replaced... See, Centennial 6 satellites will replace the Jason 3. So, 3 6s. I mean, you know. They just got to put their calling card everywhere because they love Lucifer and their 666s. And
now look, let's clear this up once and for all. Do you know what's significant about 666? Nothing. It's just a number. Stop looking for things that aren't there until your imagination puts them there. It's childish. Numerology is nothing more than woo of the highest order, which is why so many conspiracy theorists seem to have a hard-on for it. Want to know what I've got a hard-on for? Poor choice of words. Let's edit that out. The people that hit the super thanks button on the last video. Chris Clark, Kevin Stanton, Juan Crespo, Duncan Hunter, Judy LaPont, As Draco, Andy H, Valhalla, Dread Captain James, Crispy Cracker, and Greg Osborne.
You're all awesome.
so yeah, they had a Centennial A, and they're planning on launching this 6B in 2026. Oh, really? Okay. I wonder how much this thing cost.
$6.66 or $33.33? 6,666 Illuminatis and 33 Freemasons?
Awarded $197 million. $197 million.
Is there an echo in a video? Please don't start saying everything twice. It's not necessary. You sound stupid enough saying these things once. Saying them a second time is just overkill.
For something made with gold tinfoil.
Yeah, she's definitely the female version of Leo, isn't she? It isn't tin foil, and just quickly, I know that 197 million is a lot of money, but by the time you take out all the money that they send out to people like me and Simon Dan, then it's actually a lot less than you may think.
With like literally a dish TV satellite super glued to the bottom. And look at the real... Okay, so this is an artist rendering, this one here, which looks a little bit better than... Where'd it go? It looks a little bit better than this one. Which this satellite is just barely on there with these little thingy-mabobs.
Thingamybobs? Is that an engineering term? Now, I've said this so many times, there's a very good reason I try my best not to pretend to have knowledge that I don't have. And I try and avoid talking about things I don't fully understand. Do I make mistakes? Yeah, sometimes. Do I own those mistakes? Yeah, sometimes. But if you ever wondered why I don't try to act like some big I am when it comes to what I understand versus what I don't, well, it's people like this woman. They just sound completely moronic when they try to do what they try to do.
I mean, definitely the tinfoil got crunched a little bit, so they must have, like, messed it up. Somebody sat on the box.
Yeah, and you'd know a lot about tinfoil, wouldn't you? I'm amazed there's any left for NASA to use, given the amount that conspiracy theorists must get through wrapping their heads up so that they and them can't hack their brains.
I'm curious, because I don't know the exact number. I've always said 15,000 miles per hour. How fast? How fast is a satellite? Oh, 17,000 miles per hour. Okay. You guys see how fast these things are supposedly going? 17,000 miles per hour. Okay, so Mach speed is the sound, or the speed of sound, which I believe is 1,000 or 700 and something miles per hour. So Mach speed plane. I just want you to see
how incredibly stupid you are? Well, congratulations! You've shown us multiple times, and it's Mach 22.3 by the way. But Mach speed is a measure of an object's speed relative to the speed of sound in a particular medium, such as air. So in the vacuum of space, there is no medium for sound to propagate through, so the concept of Mach speed doesn't apply. But I'm sure you already knew that.
what they look like. You see these super aerodynamic planes here? I mean, because they're going so fast, they really got to be like aerodynamic, right? And how fast is Mach speed? I think it's 700. What does Mach mean?
So you're trying to make a comparison of something you clearly don't even know the basics of. Don't. It makes you sound really stupid. And when you add that and the sarcastic, condescending tone to it, well, just don't. Leave the sarcasm to me.
So, 13. That's as fast as a plane is going to go, is Mach 2. Mach 1 is the speed of sound. So, yeah, 2.25 Mach is Mach 3. Okay, so there was one plane that reached Mach 3, which is 3,375. Okay. And we saw what those look like, right? And then they're going to tell us that this bullshit is flying 17,000 miles. Come on, you guys.
I have a question. Are any of those planes flying in the vacuum of space? Well, a new flat earther on the block. What fun. Thanks again to everybody that hit the super thanks button on the last video. And don't forget, if you do want to support what I do here on YouTube, then all the linky poos are down in the description below this video. See you all on Friday. Love you, bye.
Alright, watch this next. But before you do, make sure you subscribe. By order of the Creaky Blinder.